hello. How are you guys doing? I hope everyone's doing fantastically. Every syllable I want you to hear. Fantastically. And wondrous. And sporadic. And incompetent. I'm just going to say a bunch of words. I hope you're doing very incompetently today. Okay. Topic of today's video. I'm back at it here. The bicycle. The parking lot. The tracksuit. Everything. I'm here for you guys. Actually, I'm not on the bike though, so this is a different video. Seems like I'm seeking alternative dopamine sources by not being on the bicycle. But you know what? I think I will get on the bike here. You hear that? That's how you know serious business is about to go down. Let me steady myself and make sure I don't fall. But yeah, I like to ride my bike while I do these videos because I feel like something about the aeration, the blood flow. Once you get the blood flow going, I mean, it sucks that I don't have a real cameraman and blah, 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 but once the blood is flowing, the oxygen is pumping, your heart's pumping, everything, all the energy flows in the right directions, and that's how the ideas come. Like when my grandfather was recovering from a major heart surgery, I used to walk with this guy. We used to go on long walks together. And that was like a very important thing for your heart and your brain health. I always say, man, healthy heart, healthy mind. In the Netherlands, it is not uncommon to see beautiful women riding their bikes and smoking a cigarette at the same time. Now, to our westernized, to our North American culture, that might seem kind of stupid, right? Why are you riding a bike? Like, it's like someone that wears a mask and then takes off the mask to eat a 50-pound chili cheeseburger, hot dog, cholesterol supreme. Hi, can I have the cholesterol combo? And then puts their mask on after. Yeah, it might seem paradoxical, but that's the thing. You gotta be healthy if you're gonna do stupid shit. You can smoke a cigarette, but you better get your ass on a bicycle at the same time. But that's neither here nor there. That's another phrase I like to say a lot, because I like to go on tangents. But yes, I started talking about how the reason why I got on the bicycle is because this is how the ideas flow. My legs start pumping and the ideas flow. You see? Once you see this motion, that's what the gears in my brain are doing at the same time. But I might save that topic for another day because it's also very important. It deserves its own video. But today's video, I want to talk about this is a philosophy that I try to live my life by. I try to remember. If I'm ever doing poorly or I'm having negative self-talk issues, what I like to do is, and this is the title of the video, think of yourself as if you are already important. Think of yourself as if you have a lot to lose. Think of yourself as if you have already made it. Now here is the explanation for such a philosophy. It's slightly different than, you know the phrase, fake it until you make it? I am not a big fan of that phrase because it suggests that there is there's some end goal, there's some logical conclusion to whatever you are faking. Fake it until you make it suggests, oh, I'm gonna make it one day. All I have to do is pretend, and everyone else will have to live the same lie that I do, and I'm just gonna fake it till I make it. That's different than what I'm talking about. I'm talking about act as if you have already made it. It's not about faking anything. I mean, you are lying to your brain in a way. There is some trickery involved. I'm not going to lie to you. But when I say act as if you are already important, or act as if you are already a great big success. You know how people say, dress for the job you want, not the job you have. It's a similar thing, but internally, psychologically. You don't go around thinking, I'm a piece of poo all day. Because guess what? You're going to be a piece of poo if you have that negative type of self-talk. But when I say act as if you are already important, I'll give you an example. So, in my life, I spend a lot of time in traffic due to Toronto's very poor transportation planning. We are not the Netherlands, unfortunately. What this means is that if you have a job at one end of the city, you're going to have to drive your ass all the way to the other end of the city just so you can make it on time, because the TTC, the GO trains there are not reliable, unfortunately. It just sucks. And then now with COVID, you're going to have to spend time in a train with like 500 people that have undiagnosed versions of the same disease, and nobody wants to admit it because everyone has to pay their bills. I understand. So you're just sharing the same subway train with some guy who just breathed in a bat's fart. And now he's sneezing, and you're on the way to your job. Next thing you know, 2 weeks later, your wife is yelling at you. And she's like, listen, these test results are saying that I have AIDS, and then I got it from you. But I haven't slept with anyone. Who have you slept with, Tony? And poor Tony is just sitting there like, listen, I haven't been hoeing up at all. I just took the train to work. That's all that happened. I have not been with a woman other than you, my dear wife, since 1973. It's not me cheating. It's me taking the Toronto subway system. So, I spend a lot of time in traffic. I got derailed there. No pun intended. Traffic, trains, derailed, you get it? Some of these might go over your head because I'm so intelligent. I'm just kidding. I don't think that highly of myself. Don't worry. I'm just as goofy as everyone. But, okay. Let's stay focused here, guys. By the way, I don't write any of these. This is different than some of my other work in that I'm experimenting with these videos in the sense that I have a couple of ideas and I just spitball. As soon as I hit record, that is when the writing starts. In the past, I would write everything and then rehearse it. You've seen these YouTubers, these guys that are just perfectly polished videos, them in front of a webcam with the same ring light that they all bought on Amazon. I don't want to do the same thing as everyone else. No disrespect to everyone, but I'm in a place now where I've realized nobody reads writing. And if you say it like you wrote it, it's going to have the same feeling as an article. And that's going to bore the shit out of everyone. So, I have an idea here, a video title, and I'm just going for it. So, I'm in traffic a lot. Back to what I was talking about. And a couple of times in my life now, this is crazy, but this has happened not once, not twice, but I think three or four times maybe. Let's go with 3. I think 3 is the actual right number. The fourth one, I think it came close, but it didn't happen. But in traffic, you tend to see a lot of crazy shit. Okay? When I say crazy shit, I mean people trying to race you, people cutting you off, just dudes just being insane. It's usually a dude, I'm not gonna lie. think my encounters with women drivers have been pretty good, more or less. I'm not going to give them extra credit than they deserve, so I look like some good guy here, but that's just my experience is that the testosterone really, once a guy's balls drop, that's part of puberty. It makes you get into a car and feel the need to get into an accident. That's part of puberty nobody tells you. Yep, my voice is changing, I'm getting hair in certain places, and for some reason I have the urge to get into a car accident. I turned 14 and now I just need a Mustang. So, I'm in traffic a lot for work and other such things. Hoeing up at the other end of the city. I'm kidding. Buying crack at a secret location that my guy changes every time. I'm kidding. I've never smoked crack. I am the crack. I get high on life, dog. I get high on riding my bike, bitch. So, bear with me. I'm going to take some time with this video because it's an important lesson. Just put this on in the background, do your laundry, vacuum your house, make your soup, make your ramen noodles, depending on your financial situation. And just listen to your pal Larry drop the knowledge. So when you're in traffic a lot, you tend to see crazy, insane, asinine behavior. Now this has happened multiple times in my life. I've told you already. Three or four times now where a guy right beside me in traffic has been being a bit aggressive. Cutting me off, switching lanes for no apparent reason, even though we're probably going to end up at the same stoplight anyway, and he's just going to be sitting there looking like a dick. Like, wow, you saved a minute of time. Congratulations. I am right behind you, and I was driving like an old lady. You're driving like a, pubescent teenager, and you just made it there a fraction of the time ahead of me. Good. I hope that's what you wanted. Congrats, dude. So now, unfocused. Just bear with me. So, a couple of times now it has happened where these aggressive dudes, they don't make it to the stoplight. In life, you don't always get what you're thinking about. A couple of times it has happened where the aggressor beside me is actually too aggressive, and I just let the guy go, and then maybe no more than 5 minutes later, I'm driving along the same road, taking my time, driving like an old lady, and who do I see in an accident? The same MF that was not too long ago bullying me on the road. Playing Drake very loudly. Blasting. One of these guys that has boxing gloves of his nationality in his car for some reason. He feels the need to tell everyone that he's Trinidadian. Or, Guyanese, whatever. Jamaican. I'm not going to single anyone out, but you get my point. These brown guys that drive around, for some reason they think they're black. They get lineups in their hair for some reason. It's been a couple of times now where the dude is beside me in traffic, and then a short time later, sorry, I got jizz coming out my nose. I see the same dude in an accident. It happened once with a Honda Civic, and it happened another time with another type of Honda, brown dudes. And just so that we're all fair here, I'm not making it up for the sake of being fair, but just so that I'm clear, it did also happen with a portly white dude on a Harley, like a motorcycle type of thing. And that one was even more tragic because he was just like spilled over on the side of the road. If you get into a car accident, that's like less dehumanizing because at least you're covered. The world doesn't really have to see you. You're in a car. But this white dude, he was spilled over, and he's like fat, so half his ass was outside. So like half of me was like, oh, that's sad, but then the other half was like, that's kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie to you. This guy's pink bubblegum ass, the side of the road. I didn't even really feel too bad for him. I pulled down my window and I was like, hey, remember how you were speeding like 2 minutes ago and antagonizing me on the road with your loud ass, unnecessary machinery? Look at your position now, buddy. Does it feel good? You thought you were the king of the road. Now you got ants and shit in your hair. Good for you, piece of shit. No, I didn't say any of that to him. But I did. I'm only human, so I'm not above letting someone know when they're wrong. So I just looked over at the white dude on the ground and I was like, you probably expect me to help you and call the cops and stay for help, right? I'm not gonna do it. You need to learn your lesson. So I drove, and someone else stopped to help him. I didn't really wait to see the results, but anyway, that probably makes me look like a bad person. But you know what? Screw that guy. He was being mean to me. But anyway, why did I bring all that shit up? The reason why I brought it up was the video title. Act as if you are already important. Do you know how many conflicts that I've encountered in my life now that could have ended said life? Too many to name. All of these dudes that were being aggressors on the road, they have all like, the insinuation has always been like they want to race you, especially if you're like driving at night. It's a thing dudes do. They'll like stop at stoplights and rev their engines and look over and expect you to race them. I don't know if it's because I have a certain look and my car is like very cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying it's badass, okay? I drive a nice car. And they want to race you. But have I raced any of these people? No. I'm not a racist. I do not drive corresponding to how other people expect me to drive. I drive like an old ass lady. And the reason for this is act as if you are already important, my friend. I've told you, I titled the video this way, and that's what I want you to take away from this. When I'm in traffic, okay, and someone is driving really close behind me, you see a lot of white dudes in Dodge pickup trucks do this kind of thing. They'll drive really close to you with the intent of like getting you to speed up type of thing. I don't do that shit. I don't play around with my life because I act as if I am already important. Whenever some shit like this happens, some minor flare-up on the road with a young Trinidadian young man blasting Drake from his speakers. He's blasting this music so loud. Listen, if he treats his speakers that poorly, imagine how little he is going to take care of your life. Think about that. You're getting into conflicts with people that they're taking chances with their own life, their own property, their own cars. They treat their own cars like shit. So you expect me to get into a confrontation with someone that unintelligent? I'm not going to do it, my friend. Whenever something like this happens, I always think in my head, bro, what do you have to prove to any of these people? You have a Dutch wife that is 6'2" waiting for you at home, and 2 mixed race, cute Dutch, half brown children. You got to preserve your life, because these Dutch people are waiting for you, bro. You got a Dutch family. Beautiful 6'2", blonde-haired, blue-eyed Dutch wife at home waiting for you right now. Are you willing to lose all of that for a Trinidadian 20-year-old blasting Cardi B or whatever. I don't know. I'm not that type of guy. But that's my point, is that I live my life as if I'm already important and I have a lot to lose. It's not fake it till you make it. It is, I have already made it. I don't have a Dutch wife. I don't have children. But I live my life like I'm a valuable guy. And what this does, in turn, it has a positive effect on everything else you do afterwards, okay? I am not an influential member of society. I'm just a guy on his bike recording videos for people that don't even watch. But I gets it done, don't I? I do it. And who the hell knows? Maybe I might die today, I might die tomorrow. And then 10 years from now, someone sees one of these videos and, thinks to themselves, damn, that's a good point. I'm going to live as if I am already important. Now, the caveat, the dick caveat that I want to say on this one is that when I say live your life as if you're already important and you have already made it, I don't mean with an arrogance. I mean with a humility, with a type of humbleness. When I say I live my life as if I'm already important, I drive like an old lady. I'm not arrogant on the road and doing 150 an hour, whatever, It's about knowing when to play your role, bro. Stay in your own lane. Don't speed up for no reason. Don't get into conflicts. I got a Dutch wife. I can't lose my life. Bars. I mean, shit, even if you have an overweight, ugly ass wife, still, live your life as if it's important. She is depending on you. Who is going to pick up the Popeyes? Who is going to support her when the gals at the gym make fun of her? You got to be there for her, right? So, that's what I mean. Live your life as if there's a lot at stake, because even if there isn't, even if you are one of these types of dudes that, you're suicidal, you see this a lot now with doomers and dudes on the internet. Sad people find other sad people and it just becomes it's a mess. But even if your life is shit, own that shit. Get on a bike. Do something, bro. Because your life is important. I don't make that much money. But when I go to work, I act as if I am the CEO of the MF building. You get where I'm going with this? People come into my work and they ask me questions and I try to make them leave happy. Take pride in your life. Because you might doom yourself. Who the hell knows? I think you can all tell that I'm getting winded now. It's almost 24 minutes. I think that's enough. But yeah, just take your life seriously, even if it's a joke. It's not fake it until you make it. It is. I have already made it, bro. I'm a success. I'm a billionaire, not financially, spiritually. That's what I always say. Jeff Bezos, yeah, he has more than me on paper. But in terms of what I'm doing for other people, how I'm trying to spread the positivity in the world, that guy has nothing on me. He's a piece of garbage. If I had 90 bajillion quadrillion dollars, you think I'd be going to space? Hell nah. I would be destructive for a little while. Get some Dutch girls, some Scandinavian women. But that would get old, quick. And the rest would just go to charity and, I would put some money for my artistic projects and maybe start a little library. Alright, this is just ridiculous now. This is 25 minutes. I think I've made my point clear. Think about that. Anytime you feel bad, think about how important you are. You were the jizz that won. Okay? You won something in your life. It's not like you've lost. It's not like you're a full loser. You were the jizz that beat out all the other loser jizz. Loser jizz. No one on earth is a loser, if you think about it. Even the Trinidadian guy that I don't like because he's blasting music that I don't like. He was at one point superior to the loser jizz, was he not? Now, the things he's choosing to do with his life, obviously I don't really appreciate, because it's affecting me in a negative manner. But you get my point. Everyone is important. We just kind of forget it as we get older, because life beats the shit out of us. We got to pay bills. Oh, this girl rejects you and you think you're a piece of poo, and so forth. Oh, I'm 5'3". This girl rejected me. I'm brown. I'm short. Doesn't matter, bro. I'm important. Don't let loser jizz tell you. Don't let Trinidadian guys blasting Drake tell you that you're a loser. In my head, I walk around sometimes thinking. Actually, I have the opposite problem. Sometimes it's like, I gotta be careful not to lean too much on the ego and the arrogance side. Because I look at some of these guys who are trying to race me, and I'm like, I have read all of Proust. I have read all of War and Peace. What have you done, you piece of shit? I am 10 times smarter than you. This is in my head, but I'm not gonna say it, because that's just gonna rile them up more. And then they'll start playing Club Going Up on a Tuesday or some shit, even louder. So, yeah, all right. I think I beat the horse. Beat the dead horse here. Beat it to death. Double death. All right, guys. I wish you well. 27 minutes, almost half an hour video I'm giving you guys, man, for free. And nobody supports me. Nobody buys my books. Nobody signs up to the Patreon. Nobody gives a shit about me. But you want to know why I do it? Because I live my life as if I'm already important. Booyah!